going through some really basic but powerful practices that allow people to experience attunement firsthand where it matters most, right? With their symptoms, with what's happening in the body, and with how their experience is. Hello and welcome to Hope for Dystonia. My name is Shmuel. I want to tell you today about a really important secret weapon that we have in our search for greater symmetry, greater regulation, greater well-being in our bodies and our inner worlds. And we're talking about attunement. Attunement is what happens when I am lovingly curious about somebody else's experience. We have all experienced attunement when we share something with a friend or a family member, for example, or maybe sometimes when we're just hanging out with our pets. And we have this feeling that, yes, you get me, you understand me, you really hear me and see me. And for us social animals, that experience of being seen, of being understood, of being met is something that allows for the nervous system to reorganize deeply in a way that moves us towards regulation. And yes, our whole nervous system is built to reorganize around experiences like this, to perceive safety and connection in our environment as a primary driver of our autonomic function in the nervous system. And so when we experience attunement consistently growing up, we develop resilient nervous systems, and we are able to understand our own experience better, and we're able to regulate better. And when we don't experience attunement regularly and reliably, we struggle more, right? Our nervous systems are more fragile, and we have a harder time understanding our own experience, let alone regulating it. And I want to tell you about last night's call that we had with the Hope for Dystonia Self-Healers Academy. So, of course, I'm referring to last night at the time of the filming of this video. But really, what happened during that call is that we worked explicitly on attunement, right? And really going through some really basic but powerful practices that allow people to experience attunement firsthand where it matters most, right? With their symptoms, with what's happening in the body, and with how their experience is in the moment, right? And so I want to share some of the things that participants said, right? Because they're so powerful and so important. So a common theme was, outside of this group, I never feel like people get me, like people understand me. I have to bend over backwards to explain my symptoms and why doing certain things is difficult for me. And this is the first time that I feel heard and I feel seen and understood in this way. Another participant who has oromandibular dystonia and tends to really struggle speaking because her jaw really tightens, said, I thought that speaking for 2 minutes would be torture. But actually, once I started sharing and once I heard and felt that there was an exchange here and that this exchange was safe, actually something within me softened. My jaw softened. And that is something that another person with oromandibular dystonia said as she was speaking to somebody else who shared a similar experience. Just the fact of having that resonance oh yes, we both know what it's like. We both know what it feels like to have this tightness in the jaw. Just the fact that we're sharing this space together allowed me to soften in a way that was not available before, right? And so you see how, for us social animals, this contact, this resonance, the feeling of being met, right, of being felt, of being seen and heard, is crucial. It's a crucial factor in organizing our nervous system. And so if you're watching this, I assume that you're struggling with some sort of nervous system issue as well, whether it's dystonia or functional neurological disorder or something else. Whatever it is, I want you to begin exploring in what ways you can safely cultivate attunement with family, friends, you name it. And if this type of work of healing from the heart speaks to you, then I invite you to check out the link in the description below. It will lead you to the Hope for Dystonia Recovery Roadmap, which is a beautiful starting point in really turning this around. So thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you in whatever next steps come up for you. Much love. See you soon.